It's been a while. So I guess we should just jump right into it, shouldn't we? Alright. Today we are going to put two figures into one little box. And those figures are the Fresno Nightcrawlers. So raise your hand, class, if you've heard of the Fresno Nightcrawlers. Anyone? Don't be shy. Alright, well, the Fresno Nightcrawlers are a bit of a debate because there's technically no evidence to suggest that they exist. If you watch the video of them, they look like pairs of pants being pulled on a laundry line. They have like weird little toes. And yeah, they first appeared on a CCTV camera in the early 2000s or like the early 2010s. I don't remember. I actually didn't look them up prior to this and get my facts straight because I just could not be bothered this morning because I just wanted to get this done. But yeah, so there is a video that was made in like the last 15 years and it's night vision CCTV camera footage from someone's backyard, and has these two white figures walking very stiff-legged across a person's yard. And the way that they walk, it looks very much like they're being puppeted. So it looks very fake, or very fakeable, very easily fakeable. And it's very hotly debated whether or not these creatures actually exist. Part of lore claims that there's Native American legends about creatures that look like the Fresno Nightcrawlers, but I want to say that a lot of that has been disproven. But because these things are like so weird looking, they've kind of stayed into the cryptid psyche, and that to me at least has they kind of have like a cult following, kind of like the Black-Eyed Kids. And for reasons that pertain to this being a pinup series, I will not be doing the Black-Eyed Kids in this particular series, mostly because it's about sexualizing things, whether or not they are aliens or vampires or million-year-old zombies. It's not. They look like children. It's just not going to happen. But yeah, with the Fresno Nightcrawlers, they do have their own little following, and there are people who go out of their way to like prove that these things have been around for how many hundreds of thousands of years, and it's very hard to get me to believe that they exist, because they look like someone took a pair of pants and made a puppet out of them. So, you know, I'm not feeling it. But like I said in my Bigfoot video, I'm not really a believer. I'm a skeptical believer. I believe that there are things that cannot be explained. I am less so inclined to believe people that they have seen these things with their own eyes, because I don't know. Like, I want to believe in Bigfoot. I want to believe in the Fresno Nightcrawlers. I want to believe in the Flatwoods Monster. I can't believe in the Fresno Nightcrawlers or various other things. Like, someone tries to tell me that what is his name? Slenderman. That Slenderman is a tulpa, and now that he exists because so many people talk about him, and like, no, that's not what a tulpa is. Anyway, a tulpa is a completely different other conversation where I am not the person to discuss that because I haven't done a whole lot of research on tulpas, and it's also a very religious thing in Buddhism. I believe it's Buddhism. I could be very wrong and stick my foot in my mouth about, oh, I should probably not say things because I need to do more research on them, and then go ahead and just say all the facts that may or may not be true that are stuck in my head. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, where with Slender Man, where people are starting to like, well, what about those two girls that tried to kill their friend? And I would just tell them that that was psychosis, and that had nothing to do with Slender Man, other than one of the girls who had a very tragically she wasn't misdiagnosed so much as she wasn't diagnosed early enough to prevent what had happened. That is psychosis, and that, again, not my wheelhouse, not my circus, not my monkeys. So I can't go into depth about that girl and what she did to her former friend, and the trauma that former friend had to go through. Both of the former friends, because there were 3 girls involved in that whole thing. But yeah, tulpas are a completely different thing. I don't consider them to be cryptids. But again, I have not done a whole lot of research into tulpas, so I really don't have a say in what a tulpa is and isn't. So as when I eventually do research on those, then I will consider maybe doing kind of something different. It was not my plan to talk about tulpas today because we're talking about Nightcrawlers, or we were. Why are they called the Fresno Nightcrawlers? Because it was in they were first appeared in Fresno, California, blah, 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 blah. You know, just, it's going to be a very short episode. I think they're fun. They're fun-looking creatures. They have very limited, I'm pretty sure they don't have eyes, but I gave them eyes because otherwise they would look weird. And, yeah, it's just, it's a matter of, I don't know what else to say about the Fresno Nightcrawlers, because as far as I know, there's only been one appearance of them ever. Kind of like how the Flatwood Monster only appeared once. Hopkinsville Goblins only appeared once. Yeah. So there are one-hit wonders, you would say. Yeah. Cool. I've recently rearranged this whole area so I can't find anything anymore, which is fun. By fun, I mean, ugh. Yeah. So you may have noticed that it is January, and I haven't really done one of these since... I honestly, the last one of these I did, which was Mothman, this one, I did back in October, but the video didn't come out till like December, and that was because a lot of stuff has happened in the last couple of months, and stuff is still happening. So there's going to be a lot of changes in my personal life that are going to completely affect how often I can do these videos, which absolutely sucks, because the one thing that I've been trying to do for 2 years is had a consistent video upload on my YouTube channel. Because what I really want to do with my life is drop my pen on the floor and never find it again. And then my pen will dry out and yeah, hey look, I found it. The one thing that I really want to do with my life is just focus on art. Like, I want my life to be about art. And that seems to be a pipe dream at this point. Like, I've done a lot of stuff. Like, I did a giant painted commission recently, which turned out really well, and the person receiving the commission loved it immensely. And I was in an art show event on the weekend before Christmas. I didn't make a whole lot of money, but I mean, I made $70, which was pretty good. I mean, it's more money I've made at an art event than prior, because I've never done an art event where I ran a booth before. I've been in art shows. I've had my artwork featured in art shows, but I've never run a booth, and I've never gotten to talk to the people who were buying my art. And it was a fun little experience, and I hope to be doing a whole lot more in the future. But I gotta pay some bills, y'all, and I can't do that with the nothing that I'm making currently, because what I was doing is no longer feasible, because what I was doing was cooking and cleaning for someone who is no longer with us, and that was my income. So now I don't have an income at all, and currently my only prospects are really doing odd jobs around town, which, I mean, in a small town, that's like easier to do. And I honestly, I love doing like little things around town, like, but at the same time, with Omicron and a lot of the people that live around me not having the vaccine, I'm just kind of, you know. Oh, is this dry? It's gross is what it is. Yeah. I guess I should update y'all about my marker situation. So I'm probably going to retire these markers after this project, because I was gifted for my birthday Christmas, the entire line of Ahua markers. And I was playing around with those the other day, and they are just so nice. Like, I just had an abs... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. One gross too, yeah. Alright, so for my birthday / Christmas present, I got the entire line of Ahua markers, and I've been playing around with those and having like a really grand time with all of those, because they're really nice. They're massive array of colors. They're still like, I don't know what it is with marker, especially like alcohol based markers. There's so few oranges. Like, I don't know what that's about, but apparently oranges are just like the bane of alcohol markers or something like that. And it's kind of annoying, because I tend to use a lot of oranges, surprisingly. The sun is in my eyes. Yeah, it's 10-ish here right now. I don't know. I don't have a clock in this room. That's not my phone. And my windows are open so that I can get the maximum amount of light. Because the light y'all see is not the light that I need. Because really, I only need I guess you guys could use the... It's me. It's my problem. I'm the one who has the problem. I need this light in order to see properly. But y'all could probably see just fine with the natural lighting. But the problem is there's a light behind me that is casting this massive shadow over everything. And I can't... No. So I need this to keep the shadows to a minimum. But yeah. And let's pull that gray back out. So, oh, I also forgot to turn my phone on airplane mode because yesterday it was on airplane mode and I forgot to turn it off at airplane mode, and then I was upset at it because it wasn't accessing the internet like I wanted it to. And I'm like, why aren't you accessing the internet like I want you to? And I was like, take me off of airplane mode, dummy. And I'm like, no, you should just do it anyway. And they're like, oh yeah, the reason I took you out, I put you on airplane mode was because I was planning on doing all of this yesterday. But I spent the majority of my time dealing with a hamster and its noisy, noisy wheel. And wound up trying to get the wheel to not make noise, and the only way to do that was to prevent the hamster from doing anything. And now the hamster is sleeping. Thank you, hamster. Hamster's name is Hammy. The hamster is not my hamster. The hamster belongs to my friend, who will be my roommate very soon, hopefully. And right now she's kind of going from place to place, but eventually she will become my roommate, and she and her daughters will be her and her daughters will be staying with me on a more permanent basis, which is awesome because it means I'm not going to be alone in this house. If you guys want more information on my living situation, go check out my Memento Mori video. I don't really feel like explaining everything that was in that video. Even though it was pretty short, it was just me drawing or painting a skull and talking about some stuff. Some really depressing stuff. Oh, I need that, don't I? Yeah, I do. And then I want this to make highlights because I forgot again to leave highlights. Yeah, so not to rehash all of that. Yeah, I have a really, really weird living situation right now. And it's caused a ton of anxiety. Just absolute ton of anxiety. You know, fun stuff. Let's go ahead and lighten this fly, why not? We'll be those people. So what do you guys think about the Fresno Nightcrawlers? I feel like I should ask y'all. I'm pretty sure that somebody out there is going to have a very high opinion of these little guys because they are pretty cute. They don't seem like they want to hurt anybody. I'm not entirely sure nobody's entirely sure what their intentions are, if they are real. Again, I'm more than willing to put my foot in my mouth if it turns out that these guys are real and they weren't a pants puppet hoax. So, but if they are a pants puppet hoax, I can't talk today. Probably because I haven't done this in like forever. You know. So in the case that they are not a hoax by the pants company to buy more white pants, or the pants in the big bad evil pants industry, then if that is the case, that they are not a hoax, then I'm willing to say, oh, I was wrong. I mean, I still think that they're cute. I still don't know entirely like, nobody knows what their intentions are, if they are real. And I don't think that anybody has claimed that they are a hoax as of this moment. But I also haven't really been keeping up with the Fresno Nightcrawler news, so I'm not like the end-all be-all like authority on that. Be pretty cool if I was, but I'm not. Jesus. Yeah, I'm so glad to be done with this project so I can like just toss these. Like the Ahuhu marker, the Ahuhu marker set, like 379 markers or something like that. That was, I think it's like under $200 right now on Amazon, which is where it was purchased for me. I understand that a lot of people will probably not be like, ew, Amazon, but it honestly, it's one of the few places where you can buy Ahuhus. Ahuhu? Oh, ho ha ha. And since there are so few places to buy Ahuhus, you're kind of limited on whether or not you can do certain things. I don't know if I've touched on this before, but because I live in such a teeny tiny town, I have very little choice in where I shop. Otherwise, I paid like a ton of money in gas mileage because of like how far away I am from everything. Like, I don't even get a mailbox in front of my own house or my own residence. It's not my house, but I don't get that because of how small the town is. Like, they only have like one mail person who delivers the mail every day. And so they have to put all the mailboxes in like one place, or they put the mailbox or you have a P.O. box in the post office itself. And now like they actually closed a post office in another small town nearby, which means that all of those people in that smaller town have to come to us or come to our town to get their mail. So, you know, lots of stuff is going on. It's been a very interesting experience, and I'm not a small town girl at all. I did my small town experience when I was in college, and let me tell you, I went home to Houston real fast, like as fast as I could. I didn't even finish my degree because it just was driving me crazy. I feel like I'm kind of in a better mental space now. So it's not bothering me mentally as much to be here in a small town. I also have like more of a, what do I have? I have more freedom, if that makes sense. Like, well, I didn't before my friend passed away. I didn't have a vehicle, so I couldn't really get anywhere. So the only thing I could do was sit at home and cook and clean and all of that. And now I am renting a vehicle from her. I'm renting her vehicle from her family so that I can get to places that I need to get to, like the doctor's office and stuff like that. So again, very interesting living situation right now. I say that I don't want to get into it, but I'm like slowly getting into it anyway, probably because I just like, I don't have a whole lot of people to talk to about this, that I either haven't already talked to about this, or I just feel like they don't need to know. And yet I am so willing to tell strangers on the internet, like, this is my living situation. You know, it's been a horribly interesting time in the past couple of years have been something else. Let's leave it at that. Sorry, I lost my train of thought, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm talking about anymore. Did everybody enjoy their New Year's? I did. I was playing Stardew Valley with a couple of my friends online, and I drank a bottle of wine. Normally, at home, I do not drink if I am by myself. It's just kind of a rule that I have. But because I was online with my friends, I felt like I could drink safely, I guess, and like I didn't feel like I was alone at the time, if that makes sense. So I felt more inclined to drink. So now that I've been alone for a very long time, I haven't really drank anything. I kind of like this bleed through that's going on. It's driving me crazy that it's bleeding through this badly, but it's not so bad. Kind of looks really nice. I didn't make any resolutions this year because I just kind of last year was just such a brain fart of a year that I just am not inclined to care about resolutions because things are going to change so much for me this year that I'm not entirely certain what's going to happen to me or where I'm going to be at the end of this year. So I'm just like kind of going with the flow, spending my time just winging it for the most part and just enjoying the ride. If there is a ride to enjoy. If there's not a ride to enjoy, then I'm sure there's some pretty good music, I guess. Yeah, it's been a really, really rough year. And I've been trying multiple times to just get stuff together, to get things just in a place where they're manageable, that it's been very disheartening to be where I am right now in terms of just everything that has happened just from October. Like, I mean, there was stuff prior to that was just very unnecessary in my opinion, but October was just kind of the catalyst for the rest of the year, and I just don't care. I don't there's no new year, new me as far as I'm concerned, because it's just new year, same bullshit. But I have to deal with it anyway, so I'm gonna keep dealing with it, and I'm gonna keep keeping on, something like that. So you may be wondering why I put a laundry line behind them. That's kind of a homage to one of the, I guess it's my favorite theory, is that they are a pair of pants. That the Fresno Nightcrawlers are a pair of pants. So let's be real. I mean, there's probably going to be someone who shows up to watch this video and is just like, excuse me. Sorry, that's kind of condescending way of me giving them that voice. But yeah, actually, they're aliens from another planet. Actually, they're a Navajo And then I will continue to say, like, no. I very much doubt that they are Navajo in origin. So, and quite honestly, I said Navajo because it was the first tribal name that came to mind that is in that area, and I'm pretty sure Navajo don't go all the way to California. Again, I have a lot of research to do, so I could be horribly wrong, and I could be offending so many people, like an entire nation of people right now with what I'm saying. And am I going to cut it out later? Probably, but probably not, because you know what? I make mistakes. And then I fix those mistakes by doing more research and talking to people and like making sure that I have all the facts before I go blindly into another debate about something. And as far as like I'm concerned, that I don't debate at all anyway, because I don't care about fighting with people, and I honestly don't care enough about people to correct them when they're wrong. Like, I would rather them just be wrong and get out of my face. I'm gonna give them little feetsies. I grabbed the black market, and yeah, I did. I was going for pecan, but see, the pecan is really dark. I don't know if you can tell the difference. The sun is my eye. I can't see anything. But yeah, the pecan is really dark. And it's when there's a bright light in my face, it's really hard for me to grab the right one. And the pecan itself has a dark cap, but it's not a dark color. You see how light that is compared to the black? Yeah. That's just like impressively wrong. So, and that's another reason why I'm kind of glad to get rid of these markers, because well, not get rid of them, but keep them on standby, because I'm just like not in love with them the way I'm in love with the hoo-hoo markers, even though I've only had them for like a week. Not a week. It's been longer. It's been like almost since my birthday. It's been a while. Anyway, but yeah, the whole thing with just these caps don't match these markers at all. And it drives me crazy. But I live with it because these were cheap, and I like cheap art supplies because it means that I can practice with the art supplies before moving on to like a more expensive art supplies to see if, like, one, it's something that I enjoy using. Because if it's not something that I enjoy using, then why are we here? It's the question of the hour. My brain has jumped so many trains of thought this episode. Like, I don't even remember what I was talking about. I don't even know if I've completed a bunch of my thoughts. But yeah, my ADHD has also been really bad. Just because I've been like really emotional for a really long time. So, oh hey, it's done. Cool. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it, because this really put my brain through a loop. I don't even remember like half of what I've said. I know I went on like a bajillion tangents about random stuff, and let's see how many we have left of these to do. So I have this one, and then I have 5 more to do. So that's 5 more weeks of cryptid pinups, and then I'm gonna start other vloggy things that I want to do. You know, just have I really do want to get back into having that weekly video, just to have a weekly video, and then doing big art every other week or so. I have a unicorn series that I want to do with y'all, which will be fun because I will be investigating a ton of different art styles around the world throughout time. And, you know, really use that art history knowledge that I used that I got in college, and really vamp that up. And because I really did enjoy art history, and it's one of my favorite subjects because I love like investigating the history of particular artists, or like specific artists, or specific type of styles and why they came about, and stuff like that. So I also like emulating those because it's fun. So we have 12, we need to do 12 unicorns. And those aren't going to be vlogs so much as just like, I guess, just a series on top of the vlogs and on top of Big Art series. But I'm hoping to get those done because they were supposed to be done before January hit, but there's a lot of things that are supposed to be done that didn't get done, and I'm at this point where I don't really care too much whether or not they get done in a timely manner. They're going to get done when they get done. We're just going to have to accept that. Because that's where my brain is right now. This is kind of cute. They don't look like pinups. There's not much I can do because they don't really have bodies. They look like pants. God, the bleed was really bad on this one. Was it that bad on... No, it wasn't bad on Mothman at all. Well, that's all for today, folks. I hope you had fun. Let me know what your favorite cryptid is, or what, if it is the Fresno Nightcrawlers, what do you like the most about the Fresno Nightcrawlers, and what is your theory about what they are? And I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.